I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I don't know who's still up with me or who even watches American Horror Story like I do. But I have been watching American Horror Story since Coven. I wasn't so sold on the ideal of watching it initially because, like, oh my God, I used to watch horror flicks all the time when I was a kid. But now that I've gotten older, my mind is capable of thinking of all kinds of craziness. So, I said I can't watch it. But I watched Coven because, number one, I'm a huge Angela Bassett fan. Also, Gabby Sidibe, I'm a fan of hers because I loved her not only in Precious but also in I think it was Showtime, called The Big C. This new season, this episode, well, they set it up like some sort of documentary. Um, and it was hilarious to me because I was like, what is this shit gonna be this time, American Horror Story? Where is Lady Gaga? Y'all know y'all got her in here. It didn't take them long to show us Angela Bassett. But this whole episode was just crazy. So I said that Becky has a new name. Her name is Shelby. Okay. First of all, they set it up like it was essentially how you want to call it. It was kind of like a ID channel meets Amityville Horrors meets The House meets Blair Witch Project. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, they had it set up where they had the people that this Roanoke nightmare allegedly happened to. And then they had people like Cuba Gooding Jr., and I forgot what the one white lady's name is, but I know she dates that old lady that was the apartment manager in Bosom Buddies. I just can't remember her name. And then you had Angela Bassett, who played Cuba Gooding Jr.'s sister, in here. And it was just really a nutty movie. It really was a nutty show. And I was laughing pretty much the entire time because I'm like, no one in their right mind, especially not black people, want to stick around a creepy ass house, okay? Let's just be real about that. And Shelby ass was smart enough to get out of there, but then we saw at the end she just stupid for running and then running after somebody. But let me start from the beginning. So what happened is that we notice now that it's going to be a documentary series. They didn't give a specific theme. We've always had Asylum, Coven, was it Freak Show? I didn't even want to watch that. I said I can't handle side show freaks. I can't do that one. And I watched Hotel, which was very good. So they're in LA. This lady, it's an interracial couple. Cuba Gooding Jr. Plays the black guy. The lady I was telling you about plays the little white lady. Her name is Shelby. And I think his name is Matt. Shit, I don't remember at this point. Shelby and Matt meet in LA. She's a yoga instructor with a gluten allergy who only has 2 years of college. They end up, I guess she was pregnant or something and they were married or whatever. A husband and wife couple. And they got caught up in a gang initiation where they played a knockout game where somebody runs up to you and just knocks you, I guess, in the throat or just tries to knock you out. He gets his windpipe knocked out, whatever, and the stress of that, I guess, causes her to lose the baby. Shit, I don't know. So then they decide, oh God, we're going to move to the country where it's safe. So they bid on this creepy ass house in Roanoke, North Carolina. I thought it was Roanoke, Virginia, but I guess there is a Roanoke, North Carolina. And they move out there and they buy this creepy ass house for like $40,000. The initial bid started out for like $21,000, and then when they go back to the confessional with her talking, she told me, I felt like it was a bad idea when we purchased it. You think so? You got ZZ Top looking dudes standing here, wanting to bid for the house, and the auctioneer is telling y'all that this is sacred ground. I mean, how much more information do you need not to run from this bad deal? And then weird shit starts happening. Like, I guess at one point Matt left the house to go to Raleigh, North Carolina to do some business, and she come outside, some damn teeth are raining out the damn sky. Bitch, run. I wasn't tracking. So then I guess she tells him about that. Uh, Something happened. Shit, I don't even know at this point now, because hell, I ain't finished writing. But the shit was crazy. Because just the teeth falling. They're right there. When the rest of y'all take off running. No, she's still there. As a matter of fact, after this happens, and I guess after she told her husband she's so stressed out, maybe I am stressed out, maybe I am seeing things, maybe this move was too much, so I'm going to go get my ass in the hot tub outside here with a glass of wine. I knew when she went out in that hot tub with a damn glass of wine that was a bad idea, and sure enough it was. Baby, something got hold of her and tried to drown her down in that tub. Next thing you know, dude gets a phone call from the sheriff. He talking about, do your wife imbibe? He was like, what? I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't seen no footsteps, no nothing. And he said, I think I know exactly who it is. It's them white guys from when we were trying to buy a house, and they wanted to buy a house too. So Matt does a smart thing. He puts up these video cameras all the way around the house to monitor the house while he's away and get real-time live feeds so he can see what's going on with his wife in the house. Not to mention, he decides to invite his sister, who has a story of her own to tell. His sister is none other than the great ageless Angela Bassett, whose name is Lee on this show. And Lee is a former police officer, and she is former not by choice, as it turns out. She's one of these I got a point to prove cops, and she made what she called a mistake. And now she messed up, and because of the mistake, it messed her up completely and ruined her career. Her and Shelby don't get along. First of all, she don't believe in Shelby's chosen profession of being a yoga instructor. She makes it plain. When I was in school, I played volleyball. And in volleyball, we stretched before we started doing our drills and stuff. So that's what yoga is to me. Shelby was like, and she doesn't even believe in my career, and she's bothered by the fact that I have only 2 years of college, and that, I don't really have a gluten allergy, okay? And then she was like, whatever, that's just some excuse. You got Lee up here talking about that's just some excuse. She got my brother out here in the middle of nowhere, and she a yoga instructor. What kind of job is that? And then she up here talking about she allergic to certain foods, whatever. So here's what happened to Lee. Lee got shot on the job while chasing a suspect, and she ended up having to get on painkillers, and she got addicted to the painkillers. So one time during pursuit of some criminal, she shoots them, and it was a legit shot because you saw the guy in the reenactment turn around to shoot at her or go for a gun or something. And next thing you know, all these officers are on the scene. They're taking her statement about what happened. And one of the officers who's writing up the report goes to her car, and damn, that's when he finds the pills that she's not even supposed to be on anymore. So she's been popping these opiates, and they found out, and they like, boo, you can't be on the job taking drugs. Because she went from taking like 2 a day to like 2 or 3 every 2 or 3 hours, she said. I was like, well, damn, that's a bad addiction. Hell, have y'all seen Ballers? I mean, The Rock's character on there, hip bone, is grinding to, the ball and socket is completely gone, and it's rubbing together, and his behind is dousing pills like damn candy. I'm like, that's not candy. Your liver. What? Either way, that's neither here nor there. So she loses her job on the force. She basically gets fired on the spot for basically being under the influence on the job because she killed somebody, okay? But it was a justified killing, so her judgment wasn't completely off. But then again, you are under the influence. So next you have where she gets home. Her husband's like, I'm sick of this shit. Can't do this anymore. I forgot who her husband is. He plays on If Loving You Is Wrong. It's a black cop who's dating the mom that has the older son and the younger kids. God, I can't remember his name. Julius? Is that his name? Is that his character on If Loving You Is Wrong? So he tells her he's had enough of this shit. You done missed. This is the 3rd time this month alone. You done missed picking up our daughter. I can't do this no more. So she had lost a job. She lost her husband. The court gave only practically no custody to her of the daughter. So she ain't got nothing else to do. So of course she ain't got nothing but time. So her brother asked, well, can you come stay at the house with Shelby? Shelby's having some problems with some of the local yokels. At some point during this episode, they provide him a skinned pig, which we later on, he never tells his wife about. He just buries it in the yard. And then when Lee is there at the house with Shelby alone, she asks her to please not drink because she's fighting for her sobriety. And so, Shelby's kind of like, well, whatever, this is my house, but okay. That night while she's asleep, Lee hears some noises outside her door, comes outside. There's an empty red wine bottle out there, and she's like, she goes and confronts Shelby, like, how dare you do this? And then next thing you know, that's when they start hearing freaky sounds. They end up going down to the basement. You the cop, but you didn't bring your gun. You done left it upstairs in your room. What the hell? Now, they see this movie of this pig, so then we learned how the pig ended up getting skinned and all this. It was just a weird video. Then it's like all these damn little lynched dolls hanging around when all the lights come back up, and then that's when while Matt is away, he sees this on the live feed. He calls the cops and tells them something's going on at the house, and he gets there and both women are freaked out. And Lee tries to say, oh, it's just them trying to get us to leave. And, but then Shelby's like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I ain't stupid. So she gets in her car and she tells him, I can't stay here. And so she leaves. And then she's driving down the street. He calls her. When she answers the phone, then she hits some woman that's in the middle of the street. The woman turns out to be Kathy Bates. She gets up, takes off running. To me, she seems to be in a perfectly good condition. Why ever would you follow somebody when you tell them, ma'am, are you okay? We need to get you something. No, stay your ass in the car, girl. Stay in the car. Next thing you know, she in the middle of dead ass woods. Don't know where the hell she is. And then she sees them damn little webbings of the little lynched dolls or whatever it is. And she sees some man all bloody. I mean, it was really crazy. And so that's how we end the episode. My Roanoke Nightmare, American Horror Story. Season 6. It's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure there's probably more to it. Maybe, I don't know how they're going to do this. They haven't given us any insight, but we do see that that it does continue, and that Kathy Bates basically character is like, this our property. We want this back, and this we will kill y'all for it. So I'm here for American Horror Story.